Welcome back! We are playing around with the crystal viewer, which showed us a watery age, which we could change by changing the colors of the crystals. Of course, we weren't actually changing it, we were just looking at slightly different ages that were all similar but not quite the same. There's actually a graphical problem with that particular age with the crystal viewer for some people, including for me, unfortunately. And if I change this crystal back to the right one, you'll be able to see what the problem is. Instead of viewing the age, all we get is this: a white screen. Unfortunately, that happens with some video cards and some drivers, and I'm not entirely sure what the criteria for it are. It happens on my system, it doesn't happen on my laptop. And the way I got around it to record, because I can't use my laptop to record, unfortunately, the way I got around it there is to use Glide, the old 3DFX API. I used a wrapper library that allowed me to use Glide on this modern system. And using the Glide settings, the age did show up correctly. But unfortunately, the quality settings that are available using Glide are much lower than what is available using Direct3D. So if the previous video did not look as good as the rest of them, that's why. Because I had to use the Glide wrapper to get this age to work right. Anyway, what else can we get on this thing? Well, there is of course the note from Catherine. So let's try that combination. Which needs this crystal first, in red. Of course, you may have already guessed what age this is going to show. It is the very reason why Atus built the crystal viewer, why he wrote Rhyme in the first place. To spy on his father, to check whether Gen was still trapped on Riven. Because if he was, then it would be safe for Atus to go back to Dunny without risking leading Gen back to Myst. And then he would be able to look for Dunny survivors, something which he really wanted to do. But before he could do that, he had to make sure that Gen was where he was supposed to be. And hopefully this code is the key to that. I think I got it right. I did! Ah, Riven. My favorite age of all the games. And my favorite game as well. It's kind of a nice teaser for the next game, I suppose, if you're playing these in order. Unfortunately, it's kind of difficult to tell if Gen is actually still here. I guess all we could do is wait until Gen, by accident, walks past this area. Which isn't very likely to happen. Not entirely sure where this is. I don't think it's actually a location you can stand in the game Riven itself. I think it might be Temple Island, judging by the bridge here, and since we can't see the big dome on the other side, I suppose that this is where the temple is. Although might actually be that that is the side of the rotating room and the dome. Either the dome is on that side or on this side. It's hard to tell from this angle. In any case, we do seem to be on Temple Island, and therefore close to the spot where we start in Riven, of course. So maybe Cho will make an appearance. He's not actually called Cho, that's just what people call him, because it's the first thing he says in the game. But he should be nearby, assuming he is on duty. But if he's taking his duty seriously, he probably won't wander off to pay us a visit. In any case, kinda difficult to tell if Gen is still actually safely trapped here. Suppose the only way we can really find that out is to play Riven or watch my Let's Play, which I strongly encourage you to do, of course. I don't know if Atus was actually able to confirm if Gen was still on Riven using the Crystal Viewer. I have no idea how long it was before he got trapped by his sons that he managed to find this combination, or Catherine managed to find it, actually. I guess he should be lucky that Catherine was able to dream up that combination, quite literally, because otherwise he would have tried all the countless billions and trillions and gazillions of combinations, which would have taken him quite a long time. I don't know if there's any way you could systematically search this. There is actually something else you can see on this viewer, and that is a number of Easter eggs. I'm not going to show most of these. Most of them are pictures of the production team, things like that. And they're not that interesting. What I do want to show, however, is another Easter egg, known as the Huevo and Vika, I believe, Easter egg. The reason I want to show that is because it's kind of interesting to us fans of Uru. I'm not going to show all of them because there's quite a lot, and changing the crystals would take me ages. So I'll show you one. And by the way, the people who found these Easter eggs, the real credit goes to them, of course. They did not try all of these countless combinations either. They actually hacked the game with a memory editor to find out what combinations could be used to view these images. The images had already been known before that from examining the files on the Real Myst CD, but they didn't know if they could be shown with the Crystal Viewer itself until somebody tried to use a memory editor and extracted the combinations that way. Alright, another one of these in purple. That should be it. It's not. What did I do wrong? Is it the other color purple? That can happen. Nope. It's not. It looks right. Damn it! Is this one wrong? Ah, it's supposed to be this one. And that color purple? Yes, finally! Okay, that took a bit longer than I intended. What are we looking at? You can actually see this image as well in the images that are flashing by when you're just switching. And what you may be able to recognize here, through all the static, it's kind of hard to see, but it is in fact Teledon. But how could this be? Real Myst was created 3 years before Uru. So how can there be pictures of Teledon? Well, remember, I told you that Teledon was actually one of the ages slated for inclusion in Dirt, Dunny in Real Time, the project that eventually became Uru, and whose engine was used for Real Myst. So, it seems that some of the art for Dirt made it into Uru as screenshots for the Crystal Viewer, which is kinda neat. But that is just about all we can do here. We've looked around this age all we can, and we've gotten a glimpse of Riven and a glimpse of Uru in a sort of strange roundabout way, and even Myst 5. But that's all there is to do. So, although Rhyme gives us a nice link to Riven and ties up a couple of loose ends through the journals we get to read, it unfortunately doesn't really give the game any more sense of closure than Myst had. Now, normally at this point I would be giving you my thoughts on this game and my little mini review that I usually do at the end, but because I have some other things I want to talk about some of the retcons and other things in relation to Myst and this Let's Play, I'm actually doing that in a separate video, in a bonus video that will follow this one. And for now, all we can really do is go back to Myst. And then we have to go back to Dunny. After all, Atus told us that he might need our help again, that he was facing a foe more dangerous than his sons could have imagined. And I'm kind of curious what he was talking about, and since we don't really have anything else to do, I think it's time to try and help him. So, let's see what he has to say. Hey, the red and blue pages here are gone as well. Did Atus remove them on his way back? I guess he did. All of this video is re-recorded for Real Myst, of course, you might know. So, let's head back to Kavir to see what our old friend wants our help with now.
Thank God you've returned. I need your help. There's a great deal of history that you should know, but I'm afraid that I must continue my writing. Here. Most of what you'll need to know is in there. Keep it well hidden. reasons you'll discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. But I can give you this. It appears to be a linking book back here to Dunny. But it's actually a one-man prison. You'll need it, I'm afraid, to capture Gan. Once you've found Catherine, signal me, and I'll come with a linking book to bring us back. There's also a chance, if this all goes well, that I might be able to get you back to the place that you came from.